So I'm going to walk you through the process that I took to go from $0, literally zero, to making six figures selling products.
How'd you do that?
I see that success is not something you pursue, it is something you are.
So some people look at me and they say, he's such a genius. How in the world did he go from zero to six figures so fast? And I want to point this out, that my whole process of being able to sell six figures in the products while literally working only a few days of the week is very simple. At the very beginning, I knew, at first I didn't know anything. At the very beginning, I didn't know anything. What happened was I saw a guy and I saw him make millions of dollars. Well, I heard he made millions of dollars. So I'm thinking, how the heck did he make so much freaking money? And I look and I'm like, oh wow, he's selling products. And so I got kind of interested and I'm learning. And as I'm reading stuff, people are saying like, oh, there's analytics and email deliverability rate and click-through rate. And people are saying all kinds of weird stuff that I've never even heard of. And so as I'm learning, I'm thinking, okay, what are they actually doing to sell products? Like, I mean, what are the basics of selling a product? And that's what I did. So I looked at the basics to sell a product. And I realized, okay, first, let me just get a simple email system. I got Aweber, and I said, bam, let me just get that thing. Then I thought, okay, they're creating content, this thing called content. So I started, okay, creating, I wrote blog posts at the beginning. And I said, okay, let me create content. I started blog posts and videos. And essentially what I did that was different was I realized that I didn't need to know everything. I didn't start out by saying, all right, let me learn this click-through rate stuff, this customer lifetime value and all this percentage stuff. I knew that that was stuff I didn't need to know at the very beginning. If you try to learn everything at the beginning, you're going to hold yourself back because you're going to be too analytical. I also want to point out that I didn't want to do this for my main income. So I knew the speaking lifestyle stuff wasn't going to be my main income. My main income was going to be me actually presenting on stages. So I thought, how do I do this without spending so much time on it? So I was thinking of what's the main stuff I need to know, and that's the only thing I'm gonna do. And so that's what was going through my head. I didn't want to spend more than 4 or 5 days doing this throughout the entire month in order to build this in at least six figures. So I thought, how can I do that? And the answer was simple. It was only a couple things I needed to do. I needed to create content, create emails, and then create ads, like ads to build the list. And literally, I actually have a board in here where there's literally only a couple things. It says there's Facebook ads, there's content, and emails. That's literally the only thing that I have in order to actually build this business. And so I narrowed it down to those things, because if I do those things, I know I could build the business. Now, at first, I used to worry about Google Analytics and all this stuff. And I used to worry about the analytics stuff because people say, oh, you got to watch your numbers and all that. So I said, you know, the only numbers I need to watch is how much I spend and how much I make. That's all I'm interested in right now, because once again, I'm not interested in building this to be my main business. So I said, okay, how much am I spending? How much am I making? That's all I really need to know. And what I did is I split up my days into a couple things. I split it up, so writing content, recording and editing, writing emails, and then creating Facebook ads. Literally 4 things: writing content, recording and editing, recording and editing, same thing, recording and editing, writing emails, and then creating Facebook ads. Any activity outside of those activities was a waste of time. So I tried to spend as little time as possible doing anything else. And in the beginning, I literally did everything. I mean, if I had to learn it, I had to learn editing videos because I didn't want to hire someone to do all this stuff. So I learned everything in the beginning. And I've talked with a lot of guys in the marketing industry, and they almost every person knows more about internet marketing than me, but I make a lot more money than most of the people just because I knew the specific things that were going to generate money for me. I knew where I wanted to take it, and those were the only things I was going to do. Right now, I still don't know the analytics stuff. I still can care less about the analytics stuff. I know that if I paid more attention to it, I could build this into freaking 8 figures. I know I could build this into something massive. But it's not what I'm interested in. If this is something, if you want to do something like this, like a internet marketing type thing where you're building content, then you do have to pay attention to this stuff. You do have to pay attention to the analytics, because what I've learned is that the guys making 7, 8 figures doing this, these are the guys who they know more of the details. So they know more about email deliverability rate and analytics and all the other stuff. They know more of the details. And if you want to build a massive empire like that, you got to know more of the details. But the basics is just what I have written up. Is literally the Facebook ads, creating content, and then writing the emails. Once you get those down, you can do those 3 things, build a 6-figure business, and you're good to go. Everything else from there comes down to the details. So the details of your Facebook ads. Are your Facebook ads really converting as well as they should be? Is your content, are you watching the length of the content and how long people are watching it, and the analytics of where people are coming from? And then the emails, are you making sure that it's converting, and are you looking at the conversion rates and all that stuff? I don't look at any of that stuff. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't look at any of it. I just say, let me write this email. I think it's funny. Ha ha ha. Bam, send. I have no idea how many people open it. I literally do not care, because I spend a couple days doing this, and I say, look, let me just send out all the information to the people who need help with marketing, and I'm showing them what I'm doing, and if they like me, if they love me, if they think I'm sexy, then they'll buy the programs. So that's what's going on inside of my head.